table at this purple thing.
Yeah, so as you look under the purple sphere, Maya has fallen onto the floor under the table. The purple sphere is getting bigger. It is swirling. There's like a light swirling inside of it, and it's just growing larger. What do you do?
How close to it is Maya?
Right next to it, under the table.
Okay, so we gotta get her away from it then.
I think Zach wants to touch it.
Okay, so you reach forward, starting to touch it. Before you can, Maya falls into it.
Brick monsters.
And she disappears.
Maya!
Okay, well,
And it's getting bigger.
maybe this isn't special effects?
Oh, Steels. Okay. Oh, we gotta turn this thing off or something.
No, we can't.
Off?
Maya's
It just
in there.
took Maya. She's gone.
Yes, we can't turn it
real.
off. We have to get Maya.
It's getting bigger.
I think we should go. We need to run.
No, Maya's my friend. I'm jumping in there with her. Whatever it is that took her, I'm going in there, and it can get me too. And then,
And then you both can be dead. That's great. I'm gonna run.
Zuri jumps closer to it.
Okay, so what is Zach doing?
Touching it?
Touching it, still touching it. Okay, yeah. So, and Gareth, you're looking for a switch.
No, Gareth is trying to run away.
I'm sorry. Okay, and Gray, you're looking for a switch.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of things happen at once. Zach reaches forward with one hand, his fingers tracing the top of the portal. Zuri takes a dive straight into it, and Gareth starts to run for the door while Gray is feeling around for something. In a flash, the portal expands to the size of the entire room, and then it all goes black. So, Zuri, you open your eyes and are in a sea of lavender flowers. That same color that you saw in the portal. You're just floating. You look down and there's nothing there. Just space. No body. Nothing. What do you do?
Alright, maybe she put something in the food. No, that doesn't even sound like her. I don't think she would put anything in the food without telling anybody, right? Well, maybe I shouldn't even be talking. What if somebody is listening to me? And she's like slowly getting up, and then she's like looking around, and like she's like, okay, yep. I knew we were all living in a simulation. I knew nothing is real. Did anybody believe me? But no, there it is. Here's the proof. And then she starts like looking around, and she's like, Maya, you have to be real, though. You have to be real. I can't be dead yet. It's too soon. I didn't even say goodbye to my puppy before I left this morning. And she's just like looking around. And then she like looks down at her hand.
You don't have any hands.
Oh, heck, what?
You have no body.
So she's like frantically thinking and rushing around, and she's like swirling in thoughts. And at first she's just trying to be goofy and talk a lot to try and take away from like just how anxious and nervous she is. And she's like hyperventilating a little bit, and she's like, okay, stop. None of this matters. None of this matters. I have to find Maya, and we have to get out of here.
So, as you're floating, swirling, darting around in this space or not space, it's sort of unclear. You feel a voice. You hear it too, but mostly you feel it. And it goes,
What have you overcome?
What? She says.
What have you overcome?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of this means. What are you saying?
Answer the question.
What have I overcome? What have I overcome? I just overcame my awkwardness with 3 people and ate a whole bowl of chips. I overcame my hunger.
there's just silence.
What do you want from me? What did I overcome? If I asked her, will you give back Maya?
What have you overcome?
Given that I only have one of 2 choices, I could just ignore you and be stuck in this eternity forever, or actually answer your question. I guess I have to answer your question. She's like, just anxious and looking around. Okay, what have I overcome? I thought there was someone that I really loved, that really loved me, and it turned out that he was just playing this whole game, and I got Maya out of that whole thing, and I think I overcame that loss and found more love instead. I think that's pretty great. Does that matter?
Okay, so Gareth, you're up.
So,
Gareth, when you open your eyes, you are in a yoga room. But it's different. It's empty. There's no mats on the floor. It's just a room with 4 walls, and it's all lavender. When you look at your fingers, you don't have any fingers.
what type of get out shit is this? Is this a manifestation of my anxiety? Am I going to die? Is this? Hello? Yeah, this is it. I'm going insane. Oh, I knew it was coming. Okay. Remember my counting. Breathing, counting. What else am I supposed to do?
And as you count and breathe, a voice comes to you, reverberating in your mind, or out of your mind. You don't quite know.
What do you deeply believe in?
God? Is that you?
What do you deeply believe in?
It was worth a shot. What do I deeply believe in? Who are you?
Answer the question.
You answer my question.
What do you deeply believe in?
I believe that this whole thing is a facade, and the government is probably behind this. Honestly, I'm not really sure about that part, but I know for a fact that this is not reality. This isn't real. And whoever you are, you're the one who's keeping me here. I believe that for a fact. Hello?
All right, let's jump over to Zach. All right, Zach, when you open your eyes, you first notice that it's not really opening your eyes. It's really more just going from not seeing to seeing. And you open your eyes, or see, the room where the 5 of you were. It doesn't have anything on the tables or anything on the shelves or even the painting on the wall. It's just empty of all memory of human individuality. And everything is covered in this vague violet lavender hue. And you float around the space without a body. What do?
My body's gone. Maya's gone. My stuff is gone. What is going on here? Hello? Anyone? Maya? Gareth? Anybody?
Your voice echoes back. No one answers. And you stay in silence for a few moments until a thought penetrates your mind. Or maybe you say it out loud, but it's not coming from you, it's coming from someone else. You think.
What story do you value?
What kind of question is that to ask right now?
What story do you value?
I value all stories. They're all of value. Hello? Are you there anymore?
All right, let's go ahead and jump over to Brett. So, Gray, when you wake up, you are... It could be a basketball court, but it doesn't really... It's distorted. Everything's wavy, almost like looking at it through a foggy window. But also you're in it, like almost as if you're looking at the world through foggy windows. And there's this sort of lavender, purple, translucent energy covering all of it. And when you go to step out onto the court, no sound comes from your footsteps. You have nothing. There's no feet there's no legs, there's no body. In fact, you're much lower than you're even used to. Your consciousness is much lower to the ground than you're used to.
Yo, there must be something wrong with me. Maybe I'm sick. Yeah, like I have the flu or something. Yeah, yeah, I just have the flu. I must be playing right now. I'm like Jordan in the 97 finals, game 5. I'm probably doing real good right now if I knew what was going on.
And as you try to like shake off the cold or the pregame jitters, you hear a voice.
What is the closest thing you know to magic?
Oh, I don't remember there being anything about a weird voice in MJ's symptoms. Magic. I don't know, like, you finally solved, like, a big equation. That's kind of like magic, I guess.
What is the closest thing you know to magic?
I guess, like, sleeping. I don't know how that works, but then you get up again at the end.
And everybody, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 7. And then I believe that Manny needs a roll as well. So. Also a 7.
17.
Okay. So, all of you are plunged into darkness again. And, Zuri, you wake up and light hits the back of your eyelids. You slowly sit up. You hear birds chirping, the rustling of trees. You open your eyes. You can see a bright sun glowing in the sky midday. You look around, you can see thick trees, foliage, vines growing up them, bushes and plants all around you. You turn around, and there is a large stone archway with a lavender, translucent, moving energy held between it. There are 2 suits of armor on either side, and Zuri, you see this archway before you, and you look down and you see there's grass and flowers at your feet, but your flats are gone. You're wearing a different shoe. And then you look at the rest of yourself. Sue, do you want to go ahead and describe to me what Elise looks like?
So she starts looking around and she sees the armor and she's like, oh cool, I wonder if I'm supposed to put one of them on or something. And then she starts looking down on her feet and she's like, whoa, I have shoes and these are nice shoes. And then she's like, wait a minute, none of this makes sense. So she's still in a daydreamy haze. She sees the flowers and she's like, oh, that always makes me feels better. There's a daffodil right there. Maybe I should pick it and make a wish. Maybe this is just a dream. And she goes to pick up the daffodil and she sees her hands. And she sees these gloves and there's brass knuckles. And she can't see her skin color or anything like that. It's just the gloves with brass knuckles. One of them is particularly long. And she's just is this a kung fu type dream or something? And then she picks up the daffodil and she's looking around and she's noticing that her head feels light. So she starts grabbing at her hair and she notices that it's really soft and it's a short bob and she's messing with it and she pulls it over her face. She's blowing at her hair and she notices the red and she's oh my god, this is an emo dream. I'm back in high school. And then she is patting her. She's wait, none of this makes any sense. There was a dream. There was a Maya. And then I grabbed my chest. I'm oh my god, I had boobs. This definitely has to be a dream. And she's just patting. And then she's notices that daggers. She brushes over the daggers on her legs, on her pant pockets. And she's oh my god, no way. And then she's doing this. And she's oh my god, wait, isn't this the character? Isn't this the character that I and she's playing with it and she peeks into the pocket. She's oh my god. And all of this has been in her head. And then she says out loud, for the first time, oh my god, I think I'm badass. Finally. And then She's like, oh my god, whose voice is this? And she's just like freaking out. Basically, this is just her like completely freaking out.
And I think as you're freaking